Hello everybody. So we're going bass fishing, and the first thing I usually do is pull out this chart. This is actually tides for fishing, and what I do, I generally, you can see all your high and low water marks, you can pick your day. It's very good. You can see your fish coefficient, when it's going to be most fishy. Very useful these. Generally pick biggish moon pulls, biggish sort of tides, and yeah, you can get the heights here and everything. So yeah, this is a really good tool to use before you go fishing. Yeah, windy is another good one to use. Here you can get your sea temperature, the air, and you can zoom in on the area where you are, you know, where you're based. Get wind direction. I think you can get swell size and things like that. This is really good. This is mainly, I use this for wind direction. This just tells me, and also it gives you sort of, you know, a forecast which is quite accurate over the next sort of 48, 72 hours. So it's a really good option, windy.
Beautiful day. Some nice rollers coming in there. What you want, really. Quite clear out there, but close in, nice and mucky. So yeah, the tide's just ebbing now. Low water about, I don't know, 1/2 to 2, something like that. So we're just looking to a little track down here. We'll go this little white post on the beach and probably just fish out in front here on this one. Let's give it a go, hey? Woohoo! So blessed with some good conditions. So we changed the line over to £15. Okay, so we had 30 on there. So should be able to cast a little bit further. £60 shock leader. Okay, we've got a 7-ounce lead. All right, breakaway. All right, so these will pull out, and we just tied on some £20 amnesia to a 2.0 hook just above the lead. All right, and we've got a smaller hook above. I think it's a size 6 or size 4, something like that. All right, we're just going to bait it with lugworm. This is a straight paternoster rig. Okay, that's a rig I fish for. You'll see a lot of rigs online. There's one which they sort of keep harping on about, is the pulley rig. You know, pulley rig works, but you don't need it. So if you're new to sea fishing, don't let these fancy rigs spook you off. It's a load of bollocks. You don't need the pulley rig. I'm going to call it the pulley pull-off rig. That's what I call it. It's what, straight paternoster is all you want. If you struggle to tie line to your shock leader, you can buy some like some stainless steel little swivel boom sort of attachments, and you can do it like that. So you can fix it like that with a stop knot underneath and maybe one above. But that's basically it. You can tie your snoot to that. There you go. You don't need the pulley pull-off rig. We get the finger stall. Your first cast, you don't want to whack it too hard until you get the line lay sorted out. Make sure it's not tangled around the rod, to make sure that's it. Tighten up the drag. Then about 3/4 up, so it's not tangled. And like I say, the first cast, don't hit it too hard. So, just rigged up the other one again. Breakaway 7, £60 shock leader, £15 amnesia, 1/0 hook, and above it £15 amnesia, size number 4, size 4. So hopefully we can get one with it. First fish, and it is a pounting. A pout. Look at that. Number 4. It's Mr. Pounting. Cod family. Remember the old cod family? There he is. Old pounting. Got hooked. Right, anyway, that's the flounder. Get the hook out. and get spiked with this, that would be an absolute miracle. God, these hooks are bloody... Can't see why he couldn't get off. See why he couldn't get off. Look at him, look, the way he's all... Thanks he goes. Thanks he goes. Here. Skinny little schoolie there. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let me just... Right, doing okay I suppose. We've had a poaching, we've had flounder, we've had 2 bass lets, all on lug, all coming on the smallest hooks, like number 4s. And yeah, with, you know, it's, what do I say, it's pretty good. Not too bad. There's probably approaching low water now. Just had a little bit of an issue with the reel. We couldn't get the same distance, so I couldn't work out what was wrong. Nothing's broken or anything. Just the wind's picked up a little bit coming on the inshore. Maybe that's slowed it down a little bit. I don't know, but we'll see. But it's fishing about 60 yards out, that one, and this one is pretty where those breakers are over there. But we've still got plenty of good bait left, so see if we can get another one. We have a fish. We have a fish. We've got another basslet. Basslet, look at that, isn't that lovely? Oh yeah. It's a beauty. It's a real beauty. Tidy. Basslet, looks of things. one of the better bass of the day, probably. Oh, that's better. That's a nice fish. Cool, yeah. Yay! That's what we're talking about. That's number 5 or 6 today. Early spring. Okay. Size 4. Lip hooked. Slash at me. Look at that. They're beautiful. Always get me. Always get fish fine. Another one. And the basslet there. Tide's just started to turn. Tide's just started to turn. Number 4 hook. Surprise, surprise. Number 7, this is. Number 7. 7. It's a nice little one. Hopefully he's not too badly just lightly hooked. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? A baby one. Beautiful fish, these. Look out. Be handy, wouldn't it? Come on. Just grab hold of that shank like that. Oh. Tiny little one. Just been born out at sea somewhere. Look at that. Oh. Right, it's quite a good one, this one. There you are, that's a better fish. Look at that, that's almost a keeper, that is. Look at that. I'm down to about my last lugworm. There you go, look at that. That is almost a keeper, I'd say. Right, he's going back, it's his lucky day. That's his lucky day. It's going to be his lucky day. today. We've had first fish, pouting, and a flounder. We've had 9 bass, 9. Straight lug, size 4 hook. The tide's obviously coming in now, as you can see how I'm sort of bringing back up a bit. Yeah, you can see how I've done it there. You just release off the spools, just pick it all up and just walk back with it. And then just do it as quick as you can because the line sinks into the sand and the gravel and the stones. And the tide and the wave actually sort of bends, can damage the line. In conditions like this, no damage at all. In fact, really good. So I might even have a bite on that one. I have a bite on this one. That could be the wave action. Shock leader, not actually the leg. So it's the tip which will register first. These fish are quite obviously small, they're not. But I think it's sort of caught about 4 or 5 pounds. You just pull the lead out, the 6 ounce, 7 ounce lead, and pull it out of the sand. A good bass would probably do it as well. I like to fish the running rig for the bass. I'm fishing somewhere deep and I'm fishing like a whole peeler crank. But like this, we're going to sort of got a scratchy rig on. Fishing bugbear. I like to fish in the straight paternoster. Some bass fishing say just fish like that. Just fish exactly like this for the big ones. There you go. There you go. Hiya chaps. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a really enjoyable day. Early season bass fishing. It's early spring. We had 10 today, well, I had 9, maybe 10, definitely had 9. One huge fish, just basslets, but beautiful altogether. Had a little pouting as well with a flounder. So we're starting to get the spring species. Yeah, it's beautiful to be out here this time of year. In a few weeks' time, you expect to see 1 or 2 better fish starting to show up. So we may need to change the bait a little bit to go to crab. Yeah, nice to get the conditions. So yesterday we had a good blow. Today not so much wind obviously, and tomorrow the onshore wind again. But if you do find yourself in those sort of choppier conditions, as long as you've got some heavy leads to ping it out, you know, you can get good fish like that as well. But the bigger fish for me are not here yet. Probably worth giving it a go here in a week's time. So yeah, generally on the bigger tides is what you look for. I find the tail end of the bigger tides usually the best. When you get a lot of the weed, it's all dispersed and it's all gone. Yeah, but you want to look out for sort of fishing, get caught up in sort of some weedy zones and days and things like that. And usually after a good blow that you get the weed. You just want to leave it a day or two, just let the weed disperse, and then get yourself out on the beach. But every once in a while you will get caught out. But it's all about timing, picking the optimal conditions of what you're trying to do. So you only get that through experience, and you just have to sort of study the information what's there. You know, you just have to keep reading, and plenty of information on the internet and articles and YouTube videos and stuff like that. Yeah, small hook's doing the damage today. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please subscribe, and be another video on the way next week. See you guys. We are fishing soon, in the next few days. So today I'm just going to get some bait. My local sort of marshy sort of area. So what we're going to do, we're going to go fishing tomorrow. So we're going to dig some bait today. Low tide's about, what time is it? 2:30, something like that. So about another half an hour until we get there. But we're in springtime now, early spring. There's some small bass about, but you do need the right sort of conditions. Whether we've got them tomorrow, we'll see, but we might run into one. I won't say we're going to have a fantastic day, but we might run into one. And at the end of the day, that's all we need, really, just to sort of get us out there again. So we're hossing through the country lanes, trying not to crash the car, and stuck behind the old bloody caravan. So yeah, tomorrow the wind is easing a little bit, so that'll make sort of fishing and filming a little bit easier. I dropped my bloody GoPro in a puddle about a week ago, so one of the batteries has died. This GoPro's just about still working, so I might have to get my other camera out. But yeah. So, alright, I'll catch up with you in a bit when we go and get some bait. Right, so here we are, people. We've turned up at the marsh, looking to dig some lugworm, making our way out towards the digging grounds. And this, what you can see here, is an old sort of sewer pipe, and God knows how old it is, but you can see how the tide and wave actually busted it up. You can dig just around, in and around there, and that's usually quite good there. See, the sand is a lot higher up, so it's always best to dig when on the lowest point, so to speak. Then you ain't got to remove so much sand, but you need a fork, you need a bucket. Obviously, you're very exposed there, so you need some good gear on, good windproof sort of rain gear, and be prepared for everything really. Bring a drink. It's quite a hike out there. And so here we are. We found a little patch. I usually sort of visit an area where I've sort of dug before, or you can usually see some casts up above, and you sort of just dig on them. I always try and be as gentle as I can with the fork and bend my knees, because over the years I have busted the food forks, and you can end up ruining a lot of fuel and everything, so to speak. It's a long way to walk back to the car to get another fork, if that's what you're going to do. So in your bucket, I just usually lay a bit of newspaper and just start sort of digging, and very carefully sort of dig, because you can break the lugworms when you sort of pull them up, so you have to be very careful to turn them over. And we have not a lot, we've got about 30 in there. There's a few good ones. I think in the end we got about 60, but some of them are quite big, generally a bit bigger by the ebb and tide there. But yeah, it was beautiful being out there. Nice to get some sun. And yeah, that was good to be back out there. It's been a couple of months since I've been here. Yeah, that was fairly hard going digging. I'd probably say we were digging for about an hour and a half, something like that. But they were generally quite good lugworms. And yeah, right at the end here, I was looking. This is a channel here. This is right on low water, and where I'm standing, but putting the water would probably get above my head. As the tide comes in, you do get some good sea run track in there, and it's quite clear. The water's quite clear. The main ocean's quite mucky, but that's quite clear in there. I was just going to say, as soon as the tide starts to turn, probably for about an hour, you've got a nice little 14-gram spinner or something like that. You've probably got a good chance. Mullet as well. Mullet, bass, sea run trout,
there's a couple of rivers behind on the main land there, and they've got brown trout in, and they escape into the main sea just around here. There's a lot of seals here as well, and some shrimps and crabs, and there's all sorts of bits and pieces. But I mainly just come here for lugworm. People do fish on the bank the other side, but you do run a risk of getting cut off. So I generally don't bother. I sort of just leave it to the locals in that area. But yeah, beautiful day. Nice to get some fresh air. That was bitterly cold. Yeah, really exposed there. You got to have all your warm gear on and stuff like that. But yeah, there's always good exercise being out there and getting the fresh air and getting some bait. I sometimes go on and fish from this point onwards and just drive further down, but I decided to sort of store the bait and then go the next one. But yeah, we're just sort of heading back here. It's almost like Mars landscape. Sun's starting to set a little bit. Yeah, it's like being on Mars. But yeah, that's just a pit where I've just been dug a few out there, about 20 out there, and about 10 out the other one. But some of the bigger ones were right by the tide edge, right by the sea edge there. But there you go. All right, chaps. Well, we're going to be going for a bass, and let's see if we get one, eh?